people late. Morning. Schedule is 9:15, okay, and we take a break on lunch. Before lunch is 12:45. So the same schedule as we have last week, okay. The healing harmony is I spend a lot of time and improve it. And when I improve it, because this is a very old tradition, and I like to learn. So I go and learn with so many people. So all they do is that you have to follow me. The same thing in Nei Tsang, my master told me, because he only have me, one of the students, and another one, only two. And he always said that you cannot learn it. I understand that why I cannot learn it, because they have no pattern. He feel the body, and that's what when you're expert. You feel the body and you find the problem, you dig on it. So all these things the same, like Tok Sen. And the name of the healing harmony is the health department in Thailand give it to us, okay? And because they give us a grant of a certain money to do the research on this. And finally they give us the name. Before I set up this Nei Tsang, because I like to learn. So I go to learn with few people. And the same thing as they told me, I remember the master that told me the Nei Tsang, you have no way to do. And it took me a long while to watch him, he have no pattern. But because I understand the anatomy, so that is the only difference is I understand the anatomy, I understand the Chinese meridian and the Thai 10 meridian. And now we have the Western, we call muscle train. So the muscle train, so this is the muscle trains. So this is all these three systems, because I know it. So no matter what you do, if you working with tendon and muscle, there must be a pattern. Otherwise, how are you going to do it? Okay? And for 1,000 years, so this is the first one is the 10 line or sen, 10 line. Okay, so the 10 line, so there are line per line. So there are 10 lines, and so every line have a certain point. So you follow the 10 lines, and so they call hitting on the line, Tok Sen. Okay, with the hammer. Hammer is a tool. Now, the Chinese discovered this 6,000 years ago, and that is called 12 muscle tendon meridian. Okay, so the muscle tendon meridian is, I study a lot, and all the Qigong that I teach is so much based on this muscle tendon meridian. And all these muscle tendon meridian, they are patterned. So they are very similar with the 10 meridian. Okay, very similar. But they have extra too. Actually, they are talking similar one. Okay, and every muscle tendon meridian also involved with the organs. So we have 12 tendon muscle meridian and involved with the organs. And so because muscle, they follow with tendon, and muscle and tendon, and that's how we can move. Okay, so when the mind says, I want to move my thumb, now from the brain, they have a nerve, have electrical wiring here to the thumb. Okay, and every thumb have many senses feeding back into the brain. Finger, every movement, they are controlled by the nervous system. And this nervous system have to be connecting with the muscle, tendon, ligament, and become one line. So that's why every line have a certain pattern. Okay, and any organ, any line get trouble, that area, the wiring, the muscle, the tendon, the ligament, they will start to get trouble. Okay, and now, so all these 12 lines have a certain pattern and all very similar. Now, the West also, they discover muscle train. Okay, and you look at it, also 12 muscle train. It's the same pattern again. And they are so similar with the muscle tendon meridian. If you understand one, you understand them all. That is how it works. So this muscle train, the one that we're going to do now today, is this big muscle tendon meridian connecting from the entire surface of the body. Okay, so that is so this one is a very important part of the whole thing. It connecting from the eyes all the way to the back, to the neck, and all the way down the spinal cord, and all the way down the leg, and the calf, and to the leg, and to the feet. So it's a big, long muscle tendon meridian, and it's very similar with what the Chinese discover and being used very widely, we call a bladder meridian. Okay, and if you compare them with it, is very nearly the same as the Western understanding about the parasympathetic. So this is the whole parasympathetic nervous system, and it's involved with organ. Okay, when people are tense, stress, tight, organ gonna get trouble because all this point is right along this below this muscle under there inside. So we have the sympathetic, it starts from the brain, come into the spine, and everyone have back and forth. There's a reward, like go out, give information, feedback, information, back and forth, back and forth. So we have so many million pair of nervous system because it's wiring to every single part of the whole body, okay? And after years and years of stress, emotional, weather, food, gas, all kind of trouble, now they start to get trouble, okay? So, so this muscle train are tremendous connecting into this. So this is, when you understand this, you understand the whole Tok Sen become very simple. So I learned that nobody have pattern. And finally, one of the Tok Sen master told me that we follow the pattern of 10 muscle 10 meridian, but he don't want to talk about it. Because you have to remember a lot, okay? So, and after that I understand that there's a pattern. So you back and forth is a pattern, okay? When you teach so much and you learn so much, you have a pattern. Otherwise, when I set up the Nei Tsang, it's a big process of healing, study, via pattern in order to get a fixed pattern so people can learn something and you can use it. So that's why I just tell you that how so when there are doctor, nurses, and 2 Tok Sen specialists come here, I present it, okay? And they go to all the procedure, we go on, let them try, everybody, the nurses, the doctor try it. And finally, they discover that I have a very good pattern, okay? Which the pattern can be, so right now, you don't have much book talk about that. Because everybody learn, you have to follow the master. And when you find, when the master work and you feel this, oh, this is the problem, okay, I show you how to fix it. And that is a good one. That is a very good one. But you have to be with the master many years, okay? Which nowadays we cannot do that, And but you have no pattern, you don't know what to do. Okay? So, so when we understand this, it's much easier. So now you see the muscle train, and all the muscle, human can move, can grab things, can do things. It's all the muscle, tendon, and meridian. Without the muscle, tendon, meridian, no matter what you do, you cannot do anything. You have a very good you have very good nerve wiring to all the finger, but you have no muscle, no tendon, you cannot move. So that's why the final thing, all the thing is a tendon and muscle and the nervous system, and that means everything has to be good. Okay. So so you see how many tendon we involve with it. Just on the feet alone and the back alone, there are so many tendons. All this blue line is tendon. So on the side, we also have a whole line of the lateral side, all these muscle. And we have a cross ribbon muscle, which is the, so now if you understand all these muscle have some idea? Oh, ต๋องนกเข้ามาเปิดประตูให้แกออกมา to let them out. Okay. ต๋องcome in ต๋องปิดเข้าลงมาดิปิดไฟ Okay. We have to run after to let him know. I think over there on the corner. The cross ribbon in the front, we have a cross ribbon on the back, and all these muscle, they study, very systematically study, and they come out to match so much about the muscle tendon meridian. And then now they compare with the muscle tendon meridian, and now they discover it because all these muscle tendon meridian are so much in the Qigong, so much in the Tai Chi martial art, that the olden time they had to study in order to get a good martial art. So all this and the front and the functional line, and now we know all the muscle, the tendon, and now you see if you cross-cut, they're very complicated. The nervous system, the muscle, the ligament, the fascia, they all bundle into a group. And there can be a problem. And now, so olden time they discovered the wooden tool. I think in the olden time, the easy to make a tool is from the wood. Okay, we have metal. Okay, but it's not very useful for the tendon. So the Tao think that this wooden tool are very good from the tendon and muscle. That's how they discover that. Okay, so the shoulder around here, there's so much connection to everywhere. So just show you all these things that how this study. The knee alone, you have tremendous tendon because it's all the moving part, and all this moving part, when you bend, you can see that this big tendon, ligament, all involved with on the knee. The right knee is the place that we are wear out so much, and the femur and tibial is the two bones that rub so much on each other. Okay, and especially when we bend, the feet itself have many tendons. This is a big muscle. And in the Tao way regarding this muscle as a little heart. And it's very good to learn how to contract this muscle and release, because the blood, when it pumps and it goes down, when it goes down to the feet, when we are sit too long, usually this muscle gonna go and take a lot of blood and we don't contract it, the blood will stay there because we have fold. One fold here, one fold on the seat, and now you have this folding. It obstructs the blood come back, and it's creating a lot of trouble. So now we have not enough blood to feed the brain. Okay, and every day, little by little, we wear out the brain because we don't have enough blood to feed the brain. So all these, everyone have many connections, okay, of the tendon ligament. So that's why tendon ligament is a big thing. I prepared the book for a while and I never can finish it. Okay, a muscle tendon meridian massage. Now in this, the same thing that when we stand on the toes, this muscle contract, and when you release, it's like a pump. So that's why the Tao say a little heart, and it pump back the blood back. Now on the leg, you have so much tendon, okay? And this is a major tendon on the toes, big tendon because we are walking, okay? And oftentimes, this tendon start from here, spread out this way, and that's why the back of the feet is so much involved with our feet, and if we don't take care of it, we have big trouble. We never know until our feet have problem, and so, oh my God, I cannot walk. Oh my God, I cannot move. Oh my God, I cannot stand up. And now you started to know that the feet just make us to stand and walk. It's a lot of work, a lot of tendon and ligament to support all this balancing. Okay? The neck also is a whole neck connection. Okay? Because this neck involved with so much turning back and forth. And we're also going to be talk about this. We call a tiger mouth, last intestine point. It's so much connection with all the body, okay, all the body. So now we still have a lot of using hand to feel, because your hand the only one to feel what's wrong, and you can work on it. Okay, and always back and forth, you need to feel the hand. So all these finger also, all this point is all involved with ligament, and the joint with the bone without ligament is fall apart. Okay, so that's why all the ligament and every ligament have a lot of. So you see the shoulder and the ligament. So now we will beginning the Tok Sen. A standard tool you have, and the everybody you have the tool. Hello, we're going to use them. Me Tok Sen, me. Who have no tool? Hello, who have no tool? คนเดียวหรือ2 คน 2 คนใช่ไหมให้ทางนู้นเอามา2 ชุด 2 ชุด Tok Sen. Okay, everybody have that? Okay. Now the standard tool, so we call, this is the same way they make as the toe, the hammer of the toe. Okay, and that's how the originally they make that way. Okay, so So when they raise up, the thunder coming down. Okay, so that is a very powerful tool. Okay, and we divide them into a round two. You use a lot for hitting. So you have round two. You have a flat two. This is a lot of time is for the big muscle and for the a bigger space to scoop. So this is that scooping technique. Okay, and this one especially for the spine. So we don't hammer direct on the spine, but here the middle part is the spine, and you book on the both side here. So when you hit, so the whole key is you have to learn how to hold. When you hold too tight, the power come into your arm, but not to the people. So you have to learn how hold it enough, loosen enough that so you have to feel it. If you hold so tight, you feel the whole vibration up to your arm. That is not right. If you hold just right, okay, and not too tight, not too loose, and when you have the vibration not come to you more. So the vibration it go to here. So that is the number one. Now this one, usually we use on the joint, knee. We can tool some area like ankle. You can do 4, or usually we emphasize in 4, in two, on the knee, on the ankle. Okay, and there are different tools. Now this one not in the set, okay, because you have to order. You can buy in a bookstore extra. Because this is, but I order them, when I do it, I order them to make it extra. So that when we do the wood, because this is the buffalo bone, and the extra from the okay. So all these two is so this is sometimes on a small part you can scoop them. Okay, so this you end up with using the hand, and this one I showed you before, like on this joint, on a small joint. You have to learn. This is a skill, because a lot of time it tendon clot in the bone or nervous system caught in the bone, that is very pain. Okay? And the only way you can do it is you feel it with this nerve clot in the bone. And the only one way you go in, find that nerve, and you scrape them out, pull them out. And when this part, so it's a skill. In this part, in the Western way, is nothing to do. The only one way you can do is what? Operation. And nowadays, the suggestion is you feel so pain and no medicine can do, no massage can do, and all you have to do is what? Cut that nerve. They go in, they actually cut the nerve. Find that nerve, cut it, so now you have no more pain. That's the only way they can do. But really, you get it. You understand the theory, and you with the skill, every part are different, because they can always caught in the between the scapula. It's a lot of problem, okay? Because we move so much under the scapula, we cannot do anything. And oftentimes, the nerve caught, and the shoulder, that is the most common. The shoulder is more common, the nerve caught in the joints. And let's open it. Let's open the door. Oh, they go out again. So you have to get out from the door. Okay, so another part is the knee, the same. When the pain is so much here, you know that it caught in there. So you have to find it very painful. But if you find the right way, you get them out, now the pain started to go. Yeah, and that is one of the very good skill. The same thing in Nei Tsang. Oh, okay. Otherwise, no food, exhausted, and I'm going to. Yeah. Okay. So that tree is a special tool. You can decide you want it, but I always carry this. Okay, because this one you have more stronger and thinner. So for scooping, or this scooping, you go in and you hit. So you see here, hit is how you're going to angle. You go in and okay. So now let go. Everybody have this tool with this. Everybody, just get this one first. Okay. Now just go to you do with the procedure, and there are two parts. One is hitting 2 tempo or 3 tempo. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. So the whole key is you hold not strong and you 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, when you move very little. Sometimes I say, so when you hold, the first thing, hold like this. Very important, hold like this. This pinky finger usually is on the below, and you know that how much and how deep you hit. Okay? So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. Okay? So let's do 1, 2. 1, 2. And now you jump. You jump a little bit. Just the key is not like a grasshopper jump, boom, boom, like that. You jump, you see, you jump. You jump. Okay. Now, some people prefer tempo 3. Okay. Okay. Now, when you started to feel that the force go into your arm, to your finger, that means you hold too tight. Okay? So you have to hold enough and make a habit that the pinky finger more closer down. Because you know that nearly touch, it gives you a sense of how much you hit and how much you're touching on the skin. Okay? So let's try this one from here to here. So you see, if you hit like this, then now too much. Okay? If you look here, okay. Now, the it sounds good. No difficult. It's only that you have to, but this vibration is important. And you have to say, okay, what part I can have more? If a lot of big muscle, you can have more vibration. So this one usually we use in the big muscle to loosen the big muscle, and we use a lot in the abdominal. Okay, so the whole abdominal is you have to be. Some people the abdominal very loose, so you have the so we have this spiraling. Okay, so you see. So you are spiral. So let's do spiral. Okay. So here, right here is the navel. You hit on the side of the navel and you circle. So let me see that your pinky finger nearly touch. So when you hit, you feel the people body. Now you can know how much depth you put on, how much force you put them in. Okay, so that is the tool. Now this one we use a lot. Okay, together with this one. For me, since I developed this, mostly I use this. Because for scratching, this is more thinner and stronger, and the bone and smoother. For this, so this one is the same. You have a flatter one, bigger, and a smaller flat. Okay, so you hold. So you sometimes you have holding this way. Okay, or holding this way. Okay. You're holding this way. So if you are going this way, so if you go on the ribcage here, so now let's try on yourself how you feel. Okay, so you're under the ribcage, you let people exhale, you go in and you hit 1, 2, 3. Now you curve 1, 2, 3, curve 1, 2, 3, and out and coming out. Okay, so straight down, angle down like this angle. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So the skill is you have to feel yourself. See? So always touch where the don't hit on the rib cage is pain. Okay? So your ankle, it's just like you're scooping. Okay? And this one go deeper for you. So you 1, 2, 3. Now you see you like go in, 1, 2, 3, and come up, 1, 2, 3, come up, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that is the so that is the different part. Now, big muscle, you scratch. This is scratching. For example, the big leg. Okay, this is a big muscle. So if you For me, usually we scrap down this way, but I'm not used to, so because of my position. So I go on like this. It's just like you are the scrapper. You are the scrapper, that's all. When the wood is too thick, you have to scissor them out, and you make it look nice. That's how it works. So what tell you, these people muscle so tight, and you now sometimes muscle very tight, you have to go on. Okay, now this one on the spine. You have to laying down. One person lay down to do, but we're going to be showing you, and later on okay. And So usually the spine, the neck. Okay. So the neck going down this way, and the spine going down. Okay. And sometime on the joint. Okay. So oftentimes, if you go, this also can do this. You go in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, out. You dig them out from the joint. You have to understand the knee, and you find on the space the knee, and okay. Now this also the same as this. This one have more involved with the joint. Now this one I not prefer because here is so tight, and I prefer this one. Okay, I prefer, so you right on the bone, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I go on. I go into the bone, hit, because muscle and tendon very big, and you need to go into this space. This one too big, but it's very good for big muscle. For this thing, it's very good. Okay, and this one you need more. And you can get this. You need oil for that. Okay. So this is like a scissor. You hold it and you scrape the muscle too big. We call the knot of the muscle, the knot. And this one can. And after that, you use your finger help. Finger is still very important. The finished part is the finger. Okay, and sometimes too big, so you have two. You know, human become superior than animal because we know how to make tools. That's the only one way. Okay, not many animals know how to make. Most of them, they don't know how to make any tools. Chimpanzee know how to make a very simple tool, but it's still very, very rough, you know. At least now sometimes some of them, some of the one of them, they when they want to get water to the sick monkey, chimpanzee, they know how to get a leaf to get the water and hold. Okay, that's what they discovered. That. So this one, you see, a lot of time we caught between this thing. You have to use finger to actually doing it. Use a finger and rub it because the two. Okay, and a lot of time here, a lot of problem, and our finger cannot do it. Okay, like this one, at least it's pain. Now I can scratch it. It's better. This one I use also for guasa. So yeah, the same. But to pull them, you don't have like a spoon. Better. Okay, and this is the bone, the buffalo bone. So, in olden time, they think that a buffalo bone, a buffalo struck by lightning, and their bone have the power. so they sometimes they intentionally tie the buffalo under the tree when the lightning, you know, and when it strike by that. The bone is very expensive, you know, to make two, you know, but actually it's your skill, you know. Okay, so this one is always good. Okay, it's always good with this. This tool is going to be the one that really when you use the finger, use the hand, and this is the one. Okay. Sometimes this also can, but there are a different tool that have different job. Okay. And this one for very small space. Also, this is the bone. Okay. So look different because I sometimes I buy a lot from when I went to China, and but later on know that it's all plastic. Yeah, but when you buy they make it so very similar. They make it heavy also and all these things, you know. But after that, you come and look at it. The one is the result. The result very different. It's just like some kind of property of the result of the bone, okay, and the different. Yeah. So that is the okay. Tổng lớp áo vô này. Huh? Okay. So any questions so far? Yes. Again. The reason that is how they. It's just like you have one. Okay. One. You have two. More emphasize, more heavy. Now you have three. Now it more penetrate. Yeah. One is lesser. Now sometimes people too weak. One. And now normal. So you see. Now three is deeper. The vibration. It's just like you hammer thing. Hammer thing the same. You see? Now if you change this one, this side, or now this one the same. 4 sides are the same. Sometimes you do it, you change this side, so it don't wear out. The thing gonna wear out is this hammer wear out first. Okay, so you do this, and now next one, and next one, because you're gonna make a big hole on that, the wood. You wear out, so you change. So you have way to change the hammer. So this is more deeper. It's just like you are a scraper. A good scraper they have in the mind. The same thing in the Tok Sen. You have a mind. This one no. Okay. I need this way. Yeah. Okay. อะไรแกต้องมาแต่เช้าอ่ะบ้าไหมฮะไม่ใช่ก็เอาคนอื่นมาโอเคOkay, who want to come up? Yeah, come. So, facing this way. We're going to start with this back. So the most important part is this parasympathetic. Okay? Oh, you have to face down, sorry. You face down. Okay, with you, this one? Yeah. So you can put your head here. The first step, you are looking at this part. You feel it, okay? And traditionally, according to the acupuncture part, we always think that men, we start with the left side, women, we start with the right side, okay? So in this part, you have to feel this. You are good, not that tension. When you touch somebody in here, this big tension because stress are very painful also because it's so stressful. Okay, so this So we're going to start with this first lesson. Is this the parasympathetic, okay? And we start with these two. So that along the spinal cord, you have this sympathetic. This is sympathetic. And on the both sides is parasympathetic. Okay, coming out from the neck, come out this way. Okay. This one you can see that we're working with this area. It's good to have this print out, and you have idea what you are doing, okay? And so you have, we're going to work with loosen the spinal cord, and after that we're going to work on the first line and the second line, and we come to the other side, first line and the second line. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 major points. And you always end up with, make sure this muscle are loose, okay? And when you find out not this very tight again, you use the, now, so your neck. So here, you feel the spinal cord, okay? You see the spinal cord, and you start from here on the top. There is a C7, so and you have always, look at it, so you have to between. So you have to keep on feeling it where the spine and in the between. Now another one is the best doing is the circum. Okay, so here the circum, you have to feel it first, and here is approximately the bone. So you are right on the bone. So sometimes I want to make sure, maybe like that, okay? So I want to make sure 1, 2, 3, Sometimes I do few times. So you have the idea where the cell comes. And because the hole and a lot of tendon and so this is, you see, you put your on this. Sometimes when the people so too small, you have this, but you angle on it. So you back and forth here. Make sure sometimes now a lot of problem is the calcium deposit. And finger cannot do it, nothing can do it. This can help. Yeah, a lot of, now all these things is blocked, hole, a clot, cloudy, tension, all kind of things happen in this sacrum area because there's a big nerve. There's a very big nerve and we sit a lot on that. We sit a lot. I put it here, okay? So that is the sacrum. Now, sometimes it's good to do 3 times, okay? So you start over again. And make sure the spinal cord. Sometimes people you cannot see the spinal cord, so you have to keep on touching. Make sure you don't hit. Now, if people have a lot of pain on the back here, now one caution is people have degenerating of the spinal cord. Okay, we don't do much on this spinal cord, but we do a lot more in the muscle, because the muscle and tendon they are put tight and pulling it, so you end up with this lumbar. So you do more of this. And in this side, so you see you always have to touch the spinal cord. Now you have idea, I want to be on the side. Okay? So I touch it, I know now here, I put it on the side and the ankle this way out, the other side. And I tell you, this is amazing. This is the best. In muscle so tight, this one can release them much faster than only the hand. Much faster. Okay? You still need hand because sometimes something you still need the finger to do it. So you feel it and you know the idea. Always feel it. They always have to feel it. So you see, I'm here. Okay, so number 1, we get the spinal cord and the sacrum. Number 2, I want to scratch this muscle out of, so there's the procedure. I want this muscle, a lot of time you feel it, very tight. He also have some tightness here, right between the C7 here, okay? So I bone, side of the bone, I spread it out all the way to the shoulder and come out the neck. You have to follow, for example, you squat this, you have to follow the line. So you not jump too far. Now my finger are touching on the bone. My pinky finger touching on the bone. Pinky finger is very important. My pinky finger, so now I have the line. So I touch on the bone, now I have the side of the line. So now I come out, I feel my finger on the, So I scratch this out from the bone. Okay? Now I'm going to scratch this muscle. So all this muscle. So this is a big muscle. So this parasympathetic or the bladder meridian. Okay? But this one, we're scratching from here. So now you see, now you lose. You see, you can find the spinal cord might come up. When you go later on, you know, when you feel a bone are too much in, okay? And that is, you need more skill. And that you need to very lightly, it's just like adjusting the bone. But in the Western chiropractor needs 6 years to study. That's why in olden time, when you're doing so many years, some of the bone, you feel it out. You use a finger, you feel the palm, you need that kind of technique. But you this kind of slowly force, you loosen them up and you can get that bone down. But you cannot get the bone down when you are not really skilled with it, okay? Now, so now I scratch this big muscle. So my finger always aware I'm not hit on the bone, okay? Now, when you come up, people have the spinal cord problem, you just use lesser because it's going down, okay? So now, okay. Now, along the scapula and the big muscle, okay? And you feel it. Now you feel this side and this side different. Big different, okay? Now this side is still tight, you see? So now you do this side, you lose, okay? Now to activate, so there are two lines. From here to here one line, from here to here another line. So now you scratch all this thing now. So you hitting all the, you have, if you do a very good job on the spine, you really do a big favor for the people. So you hammer all along this line, and now you need oil because you need the slide down. น้ำมัน เอากระดาษมันนี่ด้วย น้ำมันต้องมาเพิ่ม เอาน้ำมันที่เต็มหน่อยมันนี่เลย Now you need your paper, okay? ไอ้ทุกที่มีกระดาษ มีไหมกระดาษเป็นแล้ว So now I want to slide this muscle along the spine, more come out like this. You have to feel it here, the muscle. It's just like you're scratching that muscle because a lot of people you're going to see tight. He's not that tight, okay? When it's tight, really you scratch them out. And you see the upper one and you want along the scapula. This is a big muscle. Here the scapula, so you are on the side. And there's a hip bone. Now, along this big hip bone, you have big muscle here. Okay, so you squat along to the bone. So you touch, you feel the bone. Okay? You squat them out. In the scraping, more detail, this is much more deeper. So you see, you feel the bone. Now you scrap the bone. Now to scrap the final one, I still like to do this because it's more final scratching, a fine scratching of this muscle. Okay, just want to finish touch now. Make sure this is now, the scapula we're going to do later on, okay? Scapula is a whole thing that we need to do. Okay, so we do the same pattern. So again, number one, you loosen here, and we have the whole neck. The whole neck have to sit up, easier to do. Okay, and so between, make sure you are always feel the spine. If you not, make sure you feel the spine. So I want to, if you use your pinky finger to feel it, you will not miss it. You feel the spine. You feel the spine. And you have an angle that where you're going to put it. Okay? Now, so that is the spinal side of the spinal cord. And the scraped, when I on the spine, I prefer this. ไปถามเขาที่นู่นมีกี่อันบอกเขาเอามาที่นี่ this is more, you see, the spinal cord, and from here, I scrap this way. From here, I scrap this way. From here, I scrap this way. From here, I scrap this way, like that. So I'm hitting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Make it out of the bone. When this muscle are stick too much on the bone, it makes the spinal cord so tight. And this is the way, our finger cannot do it. The finger that most you can do is this. Okay, is this one. Elbow, yes, can do some job between. Yeah, elbow. Elbow, yeah. But some of the deep part, you cannot do it. That's why tool is for you when you need it. That's all. The tool. So know how to use the tool, and that's what the mechanic. Why they're mechanic? Because they know how to use tool, and that's all. Okay? They know how to when to use tool, when not use tool. And so that is, so after you scratch this side out, and now you go on to the scratching this muscle out. Okay? And you hitting. This is all activate the organs, activate the parasympathetic. And when the parasympathetic, because when this one tight, you are very, the parasympathetic cannot be relaxed. So when you loosen all this and scrap them all the way down, you activate all the muscle and you hit them, activate them again. Okay? So you spinal cord, scraping, and scraping down, and hitting. You have this scraping down. This is very important. Okay, so you scrap them all down. Okay, you have an idea? Hello? Okay, so Jutta helping, and we have some therapists here to help. They will see you helping you. Okay. Any question? อะไรมีไม่มีอ่ะแล้วตะกี้ทำไมเอาว่าที่นู่นมีผมถามพี่น้องพูดเล่นตอกเส้นป่านนี้ไม่เตรียมได้ไงวะบ้าไปเรียกน้องมาหาผมเดี๋ยวนี้
Nice feeling. Wow.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, very good.
Huh?
Need more.
Need more, huh? Okay. I tell you, it's very good doing that. Okay. To answer a very